Hey everyone, it's Bella from Diving with Bella, and today I am so beyond excited to be bringing you guys a in-depth review on the new Marlux housing for the ever iconic Olympus TG6. As underwater photographers and enthusiasts, of course, our main goal is to bring our memories to life in our photos. But to do that, we have to have a trustworthy and durable underwater housing, and that's where this puppy comes in. In this video, we're going to be diving into the features, performance, and overall experience of using this housing. From its durability to use, we will leave no photos untaken. So whether you're a seasoned photographer or just dipping your toes into this world, join me as we talk about it. But first, let's talk about the ever iconic Olympus TG6. This camera is widely regarded as one of the best compact cameras for all terrain, and personally, I've taken this little camera with me on hundreds of dives. It's well known for its handy design and insane performance, especially with its microscope mode, which takes some amazing macro shots. Here are some of my favorites I've taken. So an impressive little camera like this one truly does need an impressive housing to pair along with it. Let's talk about some of my favorite features of this housing. Of course, there's a lot, but I've tried to narrow it down to just a few. I'm sure the first thing you notice about this camera when looking at it is that it's got a very solid build, and that's because it's made of aluminum. But just because she's a sturdy girl doesn't mean she's not comfortable and very sleek. One of the amazing things about this housing is all of its attachment options. For me personally, I like to pair it with a tray and tripod using the attachments below. I use a wide angle wet lens for most of my dives, and at the top here I like to attach a GoPro. And here's a little video of my setup in action. As a cold water diver in the Pacific Northwest, I dive with some thick, big gloves. And for that reason, having buttons that are easy to find and very smooth to press are super important for me. And thankfully, this housing has just that. The only qualm I have with the buttons is that not all of them are labeled, so just make sure you kind of know where things are at. My most favorite thing about this housing is that it is a workhorse and truly very trustworthy, and that's because it has three things that make it so. The first being its vacuum pump system that can be found in the back right there, and this pairs very nicely with the Marelux automatic pump, which has been my favorite thing. Another really nice feature of this housing is that it does have a leak detection system, which can be found in the interior of the housing. You press this big red button, she'll sing to you, and then in the back of the housing, you have your leak detection light blinking at you. And for me, that just gives me an extra level of reassurance that my camera inside is okay. Another really important thing about this housing is that it is depth rated to 100 meters, which is insane. Now, I thought it would be very fun to compare it to my old Olympus housing, and I've had this one for quite a while, so it's very beaten up and very scratched. I think a big question that a lot of people who are in the market for an Olympus TG6 housing is, how does this new Marlux one compare to the one from Olympus themselves? And for me, truly, when I'm out diving and out taking photos, having something that I know will keep my camera safe is, of course, a very big deal. With the extra levels of reassurance that Marlux takes to keep your camera safe, this housing really takes the cake. Along with those extra safety features that this housing has, it is also extremely durable since it is made of aluminum compared to the Olympus one, which is made of plastic. Interior wise, they're pretty similar except for this one having the leak detection and being made of aluminum. And the bottom with the attachment options are also a little bit different. After getting plenty of dives with this housing in the chilly cold waters of the Pacific Northwest, it's clear to me that this housing is a true gem. We've discussed its sleek aluminum appearance, durability, and overall performance, along with its compatibility for multiple different accessories. The additional features like the vacuum system, leak detection, and depth rating really adds that extra level of reliability that every diver needs. Thank you so much for joining me today, especially since this is my first review. Please leave me a comment and let me know how I did and how I can be more helpful in the future for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. Until next time, happy diving.